Hi there everybody, I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my report for 2018 for Sagittarius, and it's such a big year, so let's get going on it. Now I have also done a 2-minute year ahead report as well, so that's specific for the people who just love my give it to me straight in 2 minutes reporting, which, you know, I do a lot of on my weekly reports, as you'll know. So this is going to be my more extensive report of what's coming up. We'll have a look at the planets. We'll also have a look at the different areas of life: love, career, money, spirit, and then we'll whiz around the calendar January to December and see what sort of jumps out as the main focus for each month. Okay, so for this year, Sagittarius, your intuition and sense of vision is certainly heightened. I mean, it's pretty sharp anyway, but it can really, if you pay attention to your intuition, then it can really put you in touch with the signs that will lead you, the messages, the signposts, the chance meetings that just can lead you on your journey. And that is mainly because your ruling planet, Jupiter, is in the sign before yours. Okay, so this is the area of inspiration, imagination. It has sort of a bit of a romantic feel about it here as well, and Jupiter being your ruling planet. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance and expansion and growth and knowledge. So this is very much a spiritual area of your chart as well. So it's like getting in touch with your bigger picture, okay? So broaden your horizon. Think about what it is in your heart of hearts of, what it is you really want to do. And your Sagittarius is one of the signs that, if you do what you love and love what you do, then you're on the right path. I mean, sure, it's true for everybody, but with Sagittarius, because you're ruled by Jupiter, and it's that very positive, expansive energy, you really are not comfortable in your own skin. Something is just always not right if you're not heading on your true path, and your true path is when you're truly doing what you love. And trying to find that out can really be the challenge of a lifetime. But with Jupiter in this sign before you, then you really get an opportunity to do that. But to do it, you need to allow some solo time, because when we fill up every single moment with thinking and doing, there's no time for reflection. There's no time to sort of coming to terms with things and making decisions, all right? And of course, Jupiter moves every year. So next year we're leading into, or this year, 2018, I'm actually doing this in 17, so it's still next year. But in November, Jupiter will move into your sign. And Jupiter is the planet of opportunity. So what's going to sort of unravel or reveal, probably a better word, reveal itself to you is many great opportunities. And so this is a very powerful year to just make sure that you're heading in the right direction, okay? Now let's have a look at love next. So for you, a spiritual connection with love, it is a must. You really need to have that, because physical attraction is important too. Of course, you're a fire sign, but you need the spiritual connection, and communication is a key as well. And you can get all of this as the year progresses along. Now, you need to, for you to, if you're looking for love or you want to take love to the next level, then you need to take responsibility for who you are and what you want, okay? Now, what that means is there's always some level of compromise in life. I really, believe that as you do one thing and automatically you have to, you can't do another thing. So there comes like a compromise. but you don't want to compromise who you are, okay? So, you know, to be realistic, if you want to have a relationship, it goes without saying that you need to work in with someone else, but there's certain things in life that you need. One is a level of freedom to just be yourself. So if somebody wants to lock you down or control you too much, that's not going to work for you, okay? So you can compromise on what you do when you do it, but not who you are. So that's really, you know, quite a big point for you always, but particularly this year. And part of that is for you to just take that responsibility for who you are, all right? And part of that is because Chiron will move into your solar fifth house. This is very much an area of relationships in the fifth house, of connection, and the Chiron is a healer. So it's about, like, it's often known as the wounded healer, either from this life or, you know, I feel it brings in like soul healing, karmic healing from past life. So that really, and because it's moving into the sign of Aries, it's very physical, so it's very much about you taking responsibility and recognizing what's good for you, all right? Now, if we move on to career, so this year you can enter a new phase for work, and one that's quite different and exciting and full of surprises as well, okay? So that you can open up in ways that you can't even imagine at this point if you're listening to this at the start of the year. And this is mainly to do with Uranus. Now, Uranus is a slow-moving planet. It's about an 8 or 9 year cycle. It's going to move into your area of productivity. Now, anything that happens with the Uranus tends to be quite different. It's revolutionary, and in this sense it's in Taurus, so it's about material setting, making choices and decisions that are going to be good for you in a material sense, of building security, and that's financial security, material security, and solid, and to move forward with the solid grounding. But it can be quite different and sudden changes, all right? So expect the unexpected. Don't lock down too much in your mind, heart and soul how you think things should be, because, you know, there certainly are surprises that can come this year. Now, we do have also the eclipses this year are in your area of communication, creativity. So there's a new start in creativity, and also in your soul, a purpose. You could be traveling as well. If you're not traveling afar or internationally, then certainly there's the concept or vibration of you being able to either do business or communicate from all over the world. Let's face it, you can do business in your little corner of your bedroom in your pajamas these days, you know, all over the world. So, you know, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, and then when we look at money, be sensible, not frivolous about your money. Okay, well, that's sort of a given, isn't it? But, you know, you are Sagittarius, you are a little impulsive financially, and it's fun to do that. And I'm not saying don't do that, but this year, this next 3 years, actually, because Saturn has just moved out of your sign into the next sign, which is Capricorn. It is comfortable in Capricorn. It rules Capricorn. It's one of the signs that rules. It also co-rules Aquarius. And it's business-like, and it's about money, and it's about setting up security. Okay, so sure, have your fun with financial, but what you do this year particularly will start to set up strong foundations with career that can bring in good good cash, money that's going to sort of not just come and go, but money that's going to help to set you up. All right. And because Capricorn it is a business, like it's very responsible energy. Saturn in Capricorn can be sort of hard work. It can be like, feel like you're not going fast enough, particularly for a fire sign. But it presents like good choices, and helps you make those good choices and decisions that are going to set like solid sort of financial security. So couple that with the Uranus in Taurus, which is also about security. You want to be careful of holding on to anything that's not working. Try to, have it clean out, and, things, people, situations, stuff that are just simply not working for you. Be prepared to push them to the side, because once you do that, it opens up the doorway for something much better to take place. So, it has, and the type of security that you can build now has a sense of freedom about it, in that it will provide you with a greater greater level of freedom, which allows you to do what you want. And part of that is probably travel around the world, okay? Because, you're adventurous in that sense. So there's a lot of great things happening in your chart this year. And on a spiritual level, pay attention to your instincts, okay? And they will let you in your soul. They will lead you to your soul purpose. So as, we spoke earlier with Jupiter in that sign before yours, and also with the solar eclipse in your soul area of soul purpose. So, this, solar and lunar eclipse both in this area. Through the year, it does sort of spark possibilities of changes and open up sort of more options and opportunities. So because at the end of the day, it's always up to you to make the choices and decisions that are best for you, and for you to take responsibility for those choices and decisions, okay? And that's very much the Capricorn vibe, with Pluto and Saturn now in Capricorn, and that's going to help to lead you on your way. So in many sense, I do feel that some of what's happening is very fateful. I mean, isn't it always, so, and particularly for you, Sagittarius. All right, so let's have a look at your chart and a solid chart. And of course, the real layer of what happens in your life comes from your natal chart. So if you've never had your your reading done, I would suggest you to go on and find, there's lots of free sites. I don't have it on my site, unfortunately, but there's lots of free areas where you can get your horoscope chart done, where you just get your wheel and it'll show you where your planets are positioned. All right, of course, birth time, the more accurate you can be, the better it is as well. And then if you want that and analyze with your transits and your chart placements, then you can consult with someone like me who can do a personal reading, okay? All right, so moving on to the month by month. So let's have a look. I mean, right from January, money is very, very good. And this, vibration does sort of set in pretty well for this year, because we'll see what happens with Capricorn is, it's Saturn in Capricorn in that second house, as I said, is going to be, pretty sort of great for building financial security. But right from the start in January, it's like things can kick off. You can start something new, or at least have a discussion about something new that's going to get your interest, and you can see that things are going to kick off the way that you want them to. Let's hope so. I have a Sag rising, so I always hope my predictions come true for Sag, particularly when they're good ones, all right? All right, so let's move forward. So there's a lot of creativity, communication in February. You want to be careful of taking on too much, so there's going to be a need to prioritize a bit. There's more focus on your home and family life in March. Now, I just mean to say that the other areas aren't focused on. We've got, like, as I said, Saturn and Pluto in that money zone all year and beyond, so, that's a great thing. And that focus on something kicks off, which will give you a financial boost in April. And that whole family home area is still very focused on in April as well. Connections are important also in April, going through to May. We've still got great money stars happening in May with something new sort of kicking off there, because we've got Mars going through that area, and the same for June. So it looks like this is going to be a very good year for you money-wise, and just a solid foundation. There's more talk around the middle of the year about relationships and discussions about how you move forward with relationships. If you're in a relationship and if you're looking for love, then it's the communication connection you have with someone is important, and can come together in June. And that moves through to July with a great deal of intimacy. If you're starting up a business or wanting some support, you can get financial support around July. August, you could be doing some travel, some international travel, certainly the possibility of learning a new skill goes through August and September. Money is very good again in October, so I'm liking this a lot. There's some soul searching happening around October, coming to the end of the year. So it's like, what are you doing? What did you achieve? What changes do you want to make? There's like also a spiritual enlightenment comes now too, and there's like those Oprah aha moments of reality. So there's a huge shift that starts to happen more on a spiritual level through the year, but towards the end of the year around October, and the whole career. October is very good for business as well, and that whole career and realization, that spiritual realization goes through to November. Somehow it can be connected with your career as well. And we finish the year off with, after all that soul searching, it seems we finish the year off with an opportunity to start something new. By this time, we've got Jupiter in your sign, so it's in the first house with the sun in December, and it's a fabulous time. It's almost like a rebirth time, all right? So I do hope, if not all, some of that fabulous prediction comes true for you. It certainly seems like a great year, and I thank you so much for watching me. Do go along and have a look at the 2-minute snapshot as well. And I look forward to seeing you through the year on my weekly videos. And let's not forget that I still have, if you haven't been to the website and joined my newsletter, please do that, because I'll have all sorts of coupons and specials and information through the year. And love and luck to you. Happy New Year, and best wishes. We'll see you right through 2018. Bye for now.